when someone comes back and sees your show 4 or 5 times, there's a lot of reasons to do that. There's 8 reasons in the cast. There's 5 reasons in the band. Whatever their reason is, something's really sticking, and makes me very happy as a creator.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. The new musical Dead Outlaw has come to Broadway, and we're here on opening night to celebrate with the company. What an incredible journey you've all been on with this, right? From the beginning up, and now you're on Broadway?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened very quickly as far as Broadway shows go. I mean, we did a workshop, 18 months ago, and then an off-Broadway version a year ago, and now here we are. I think we're all so grateful and excited.
This show started as a story to be told, and it was a story with music and was told in clubs, and then it became maybe a little theatricalized, and then it became a full-blown production. And we were always just trying to tell the story and make it fun and make it interesting and make it surprising. So the fact that we made it up here, scrappy and punky as we are, is really, really fun, really gratifying.
It's so much fun. I think because it's such an ensemble piece, we really get to toss the ball to each other a lot and give and take and enjoy each other on stage. So it's really fun to do the show every night. And then also just to get to live in this music. Whenever I get nervous, actually, backstage, I try to just tune in to the beautiful things that are coming through the speakers, and I'm just like, wow, this is so good. Why am I nervous?
40-year career. This is the first time that I've taken a show from off-Broadway to Broadway. It's really happened. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said, "You're in a great show, it's going to Broadway," nothing. But here I am, and it's this show, which is great because it's about beginnings and endings, and then beginnings inside of endings, and it means a lot to me. The emotions are kind of high, actually, yeah.
It's telling a story in a way that you don't normally tell in theater because it is a narrative told by one narrator, storyteller, and a band on stage, and then an ensemble that's filling all the scenes and the gaps. It has a unique structure. So, yeah, it's not like anything I've ever done. I play 15 characters approximately in the play, and each one has to be distinct and paint a really specific picture really fast. So that's been the challenge for me, and that's a thrilling challenge. I love it.
It's so different, it's so offbeat and unexpected, and yet it's not just funny and entertaining, it's got a deeper layer to it. And we have spent all of this time digging deeper, not trying to make a great, successful show, just trying to get to the truth, get to the mystery of who Elmer McCurdy is.
The world of Dead Outlaw, for me, is defined by the people that I get to work with. These are the best artists, the most professional, the pros, and that we get to collaborate, and really, the show, it feels like a team sport. We are all pitching in so many different ways, and we all get our moments to shine, and I just couldn't ask for a more team-oriented show to get to participate in.
Audiences come back to the show over and over. How that makes you feel? I mean, you've had people see this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times.
Yeah. Amazing. It's an emotional feeling to know that people are really connecting to something that you're working on.
When you first got this, what made you say, yes, I want to be a part of this?
It came up while we were doing Ben's visit. So it was just, Yazbek had written it, he cared about it. I love everything he does. I met Eric De La Pena. Idemar was already on it. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm interested in the development of it. So I just went to all those concerts at 54 Below and just heard the music and let it get into my head and everything. When he told me about it, I didn't quite get it. I didn't get why. It's a cool story, but I didn't get why what they were getting at. Then I can't even articulate what it is they're getting at. I can only receive it kind of through the music. But like this strange idea of the memento mori and like our relationship to death, this thing that we're so terrified by. Awesome. But this sort of raucous version of it, and it felt defiant and also accepting of it, and it felt like kind of I couldn't tell that was what they were going to write, but I trusted that it was going to be something like that.
Welcome back to Broadway. Welcome home. How does it feel?
It feels very familiar. I think this is my 7th or 8th show. I'm just excited. We worked really hard. for the last, well, we've worked hard for a year and a half. But these last 4 weeks have been fast and furious, and we've managed to get everything done that we wanted to get done. The show is the way I want to see it. I have people, every day I get somebody sending me photos of, just someone walking down the street wearing a Dead Outlaw t-shirt or swag. What that says to me is that it's more than just enjoying a show. There's a connection there. When someone comes back and sees your show 4 or 5 times, there's a lot of reasons to do that. There's 8 reasons in the cast. There's 5 reasons in the band. Whatever their reason is, something's really sticking, and makes me very happy as a creator.
Well, what makes it special for me is to work with Yazbek on a large-scale project, which we've put off for maybe 20 years, and to be working with the best of the best. So I've been spoiled because this is new to me. So I'm pretty fortunate, and I don't lose sight of that.
I can only imagine what it was like with Yazbek and Itamar and you in the room together creating this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It really doesn't get better for a creative person than something like this.
I feel great. I feel just really grateful and lucky, I guess, for we had a similar experience on the band's visit where we made a small artsy, interesting show that we wanted to make, and then for it to reach a larger audience in this way just feels like every time it's like this shock and this huge stroke of luck. So I'm so happy.
What's made this show so special for you working on?
Well, I think about the show in language that David Cromer put around it early on, that there's something about it that's a little bit like documentary musical theater. He might have just been making a joke, but I think the idea of finding a musical theater that's true, because musical theater is a marvelous, beautiful equation, but often is more in the world of illusion. It can lie to us. And I think this piece, everybody's trying to tell the truth in some way. Sometimes it's in a more poetic way. Sometimes it's in a documentary style because it is a true story. And I think that made it a really special thing to work on because it's not your usual fare.